YouTube pays a record fine of $170 million for collecting data on kids to be used for targeting. This is going to have a big impact on data privacy and targeting when showing ads on Google and YouTube. As we all know, this is very important. In my opinion, this is the Cambridge Analytica equivalent of what happened to Facebook now happening to Google, where targeting is now going to be ripped from our fingertips. And this actually aligns with a lot of the moves that Google is trying to make currently to bring the control of advertisements in-house for Google. As you know, Google owns YouTube. But the bottom line is Google wants to hold the secret sauce of targeting. So this is very important for you to know what implications are going to come from this for advertising in 2020 so you can be proactively prepared for that. Obviously, targeting is the key to getting a positive ROI when showing ads online. In other words, you need to make sure you're showing your ads to the right people in order to get an ROI. You don't want to be showing ads to the wrong people. And in my opinion, I think that it's going to get much harder in 2020 to actually show targeted ads based on demographic information on Google and YouTube. In case you didn't know, YouTube is the leader nationally in reaching kids age 6 to 11, even when put up against the major TV channel. Now, as a response to this $170 million fine that Google has to pay, Google now has to label all of the information that they collect on kids and be a lot more open about it. This is exactly what happened to Facebook. In general, this will have big implications because Google will have to be, in general, more open about their data policies, right? So, as a risk management move, while this may just seem like it's about kids, it's actually going to be about a much wider scope of targeting capabilities on Google and YouTube. Because again, as a risk management move, it's likely that this is going to carry through their demographic targeting on all platforms. So on Google and YouTube. I think this is going to lead to three things, and these are the things I want you to really take away from this video. Number one, an increase in artificial intelligence usage. Number two is the increased importance of lookalike audiences on Google and YouTube. Number three is the increase in interest-based audiences as increased importance on Google and YouTube targeting. So let me explain each of these. So artificial intelligence usage is going to grow in 2020 because Google loves when you they have these things that are called smart campaigns where you pretty much just tell them what niche you're in, whether you're a seamstress or a lawyer or a contractor. You tell Google, yep, this is what I do, these are my target clients, and then you set up a smart campaign and Google does all the thinking, pretty much creates the ads, does everything for you. Google loves that because then you're giving Google control over your targeting. And behind the scenes, Google can do whatever they want to target, right? But the problems come when you can actually select to show ads based on like household income, gender, and these things that are like touchy subjects, age, stuff like that. So Google loves when you just do smart campaigns and use their AI targeting capabilities, their artificial intelligence targeting, because it kind of puts like a veil in front of how they're doing it so that things like this, $170 million fines, don't happen and don't, become as publicized. So artificial intelligence is going to grow in usage, but you can prevent using AI, Google's AI, or Google owns YouTube, so YouTube's AI, by doing this. And I think this is going to be the most important targeting capability in 2020, lookalike audiences. Now, just so you know, on Google, they don't call them lookalike audiences. They call them similar to audiences. Similar to audiences, or also known as lookalike audiences, are where you take your existing client data, whether that's an email list, whether that's retargeting data, etc., and then you create a similar to audience based on that. Works really well for us. So it's very important that you are collecting data on your past and present customers so that you can leverage that data to be used for similar to audiences. I am telling you, this is big news bears, not bad news bears, big news bears, because it allows you to leverage your past and current customer data to find people who are of similar characteristics to that audience so that Google can do the thinking, but Google's thinking is applied to your exact target market versus just rolling the dice and hoping that Google's smart campaigns are going to pull in the right types of clients or customers for your advertising campaigns. Number 3 in importance for you to be aware of in 2020 is going to be this push, I believe, towards interest-based audiences. The reason why interest-based audiences are so important is primarily because interest-based audiences allow you to just choose general things that your potential audience is interested in, which that is publicly available. Like interest data, it's going to be really hard to make that like illegal, right? Interest targeting. But it's a lot easier to make financial targeting and age targeting and household income targeting. It's a lot easier for Google and YouTube to get in trouble for that than it is for interest-based targeting. So what you've noticed on Facebook is that interest-based targeting actually works a lot better now because they've embedded their demographic targeting capabilities into those interest buckets so that you can get more success from interest-based audiences. And I think that same thing's going to happen to Google. So be very aware of the interests of your ideal clients or potential customers so that you can leverage that data intelligently as Google does this push towards not having as granular of demographic targeting capabilities potentially. So at the bottom of it all, Google is trying to make it so that with their advertising campaigns, they do the majority of the thinking, right? But if you're aware of how they're trying to do that with the increased AI usage, lookalike audience usage, and interest base, you can actually, by knowing the interests of your target clients, by keeping an email list or a pixel, a retargeting pixel for all of your past current clients and even interested potential clients or customers, you can use Google's AI to your advantage and give Google the information it needs to make smart decisions for your advertising campaigns. The bottom line here, again, you need to take control as an advertiser. So by being aware of what's going to happen in 2020, you can stay ahead of the curve and be in control. So if this video was helpful to you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can receive more valuable information like this. Also, in the comments of the video, if you have any questions or things I didn't cover you want me to go more in depth into, then please let me know in the comments and we'll try to get back to you as quick as we can. And if you're looking for help with your marketing, go to smbteam.com. That's smallmediumbusinessteam.com. Submit your information and we'd love to help you out. So I hope this was valuable. Stay great.